If you have a paladin on the level 500 range looking for places to hunt, here goes 15 spawns rank of experience. For a quick disclaimer, this is a compilation video, so very short explanation on each hunt. In the future, they will get dedicated videos to break down how to hunt them. The character used was purchased off Bazaar for these hunts and sold after I was done. Also, I am decent enough with paladins, but it's not my main vocation anymore, so all the hunts have room for improvement. Lastly, all hunts were done with an average equipment but with a soul bleeder. The recordings also took place before the change to gold coin weight, which adds higher profit to most of the spawn in the list. With that out of the way, let's begin with the 3 spawns that should be close to each other, were creatures. I'm started with a maybe, because this time around I didn't get to try the were crocodiles and tigers, like on the level 400 test hunts. However, I did try were lions and I tried them again with the 500, upgrading the experience of were lions from 2.8 to 3kk, with close to 750k profit the hour. And based on the numbers I was doing on a level 400 in the were crocodiles and tigers, I will expect to do over 3kk on a 500, making them very much viable for hunting and charming. As a reminder, you need to do most of the Greenbelt quests to get access to all of these spawns, but it's worth doing for the mini bosses it unlocks as well. Next up is a spawn I didn't consider being decent, Lower Rushamul. This is the entry level to Rushamul, and could be a good way to get used to the creatures and get progress on the charms to eventually move up to Valley. Also to practice inboxing with Rasamols, which can be the heavy hitters. With this level 500, I was doing 3.3kk raw and a bit over 500k profit the hour. Considering I wasn't expecting much, I am pretty impressed. Next up is a recent introduction to the game, the Book World Chapter 3. For this, you will need to do the Between the Lines quest from the Summer Update 2025, and it will unlock multiple floors with good spawns. This is -3, and I was doing around 3.5kk raw with about 400k profit the hour. It's worth mentioning that these spawns should be doable on a level 400 as well, but it wasn't an option when I made the recordings with the level 400 Paladin. Next up, a recent revive spawn through buffs, the Rushable Mine. This one became popular recently and mostly due to monks, but with the creatures being weak to holy, it's a decent option for paladins as well. It's not amazing due to their distance skill reduction, but it was decent, sitting at 3.5kk raw with 300k profit the hour. With Fatal Hole and perhaps a better lab, I know it would have been higher than that, so don't sleep on the terror sleeps. Next up is back to the book world, this time for chapter 4. This is the last floor of the book world and it performed the best for me, with an experience of around the 3.7kk and close to 600k profit the hour. The added benefit of the book world spawns is that it only has 2 creatures, so it's nice for prey efficiency and to unlock bestiary. Also, they don't seem to be as contested in my opinion. Moving on to Winter Court. On the level 400 video, I mentioned how the hunt was pretty difficult, and with the level 500 it got a lot better, to the point the experience went from 2.8 to 3.8kk, making it the spawn in the list with the highest improvement from the level 400 hunts. But to be fair, this time I was also including the area past the portal, which requires more missions from the Dreamcore quest. Also, adding charms will improve it further. Next up, another recent winner of balancing changes, the Creek Warriors. This spawn is located in Bognat. You will need to have completed the Order of the Falcon and Order of the Cobra quest to start off with Order of the Lion. And once you complete all of that, start the Adventures of Galten and the Lost Queen, up until you unlock access to this underground area. With this character, all I needed was the main floor and my results were 3.9kk raw, with a bit over 100k profit the hour. The hunt wasn't easy and it's safe to expect the level 600s will do much better. Next up is the Summer Court. This one improved nearly as much as the Winter Court, from doing 3.2kk on a level 400 to doing 4kk on this one, with 300k profit the hour. Since this also requires access to the portal, you must do missions in the Dreamcore quest until you unlock the first area at least. You don't need being able to go through the doors yet. Coming up next is the Oremoni's raid, aka the Minotaur's raid. This one covered in the previous video also saw a meaningful improvement, this time going from 3.2 to 4kk raw, and a profit of at least 500k the hour, but it can be higher than that based on the demand and price of the mutant shells and horns. You will need to have casted 300 bonding points in the Rathlon quest for access, and the way the raids work is that they trigger on an hourly basis and tend to be at the peak of respawn around the 20 minutes into the hour. By the way, this time around I didn't get to try the South raid, which was slightly better than this in the lower 400 character, so I expect similar results on a 500. Starting off with a new addition on number 5, the Temple of the Moon Goddess. This spawn is located in Marapur. You will need to do some missions in the Within the Tides questline to unlock access to Marapur, and simply being able to travel here is enough for access to the respawn, located by the west side. This hunt wasn't easy or clean, so I could see it being easy to improve with better characters or players. I tried it out a few times and my best results were 4.3kk raw with 300k profit the hour without charms. Next up in number 4, Russian Valley, sitting in the same spot as the previous video. This time around the experience went up from 3.8 to 4.5kk. Also this includes using charms. However, I can guarantee better players can pull higher numbers than that. Russian Valley is a spawn that gets better over time the more use you get to the spawn, which is why it's one of the spawns most hunted by experienced paladins. Moving on in number 3 is the Oremon Catacombs. You will need 50 botting points casted in the Rattlon questline to get access, but be aware that this spawn is heavily dependent on charms, most notably the Fatal Hole on Dark Torturers. Without that, it's hard to pull these kind of numbers, which went up from 3.8kk on the level 400 to 4.5kk this time around. And since a better paladin was able to reach 4.5kk with the level 400, I would assume this could be over 5kk now, but based on my results, it sits at number 3. Moving on to second place, the Oremon West raid. As mentioned previously, on the East raid, you need 300 botting points to get access to the Glut factory underground, and with that, you unlock access to these raids. This one has always been the most popular and the best out of the 3, but with the recent changes, they are all viable now. This time around, my XP went up from 4 to 4.6kk. Profit is misleading though, because I looted 3 silver raid tokens and I don't remember how much they were listed for. I believe somewhere around the 80k each, but even without that, it should be around 500k the hour at least, and quite a good amount of progress in bestiary. With that said, and probably as expected, sitting in number 1 is the Azura Mirror. This spawn, despite nerfs, continues to remain the best spot, at least for the lower 400 and 500 range which I have tested so far. And I believe it was the case for the level 300s as well, where I was doing around the 2.8kk with a new server character. And on the level 400 I was doing 4.2kk, now we went up to 4.6kk, which as a reminder of an upcoming video, I had a better paladin tried it out with the same character on the level 400 hunt and he was able to do 4.5kk then, so probably close to 5kk now. There is a soft cap to the spawn itself if you stick to hunting inside the mirror, so keep that in mind. Regardless, it is still the best XP I could do and proves why this is so highly contested. With that said, if you found the video helpful, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.